Hi guys, Autumn here today to do my weekly wrap up for October week 1. I did post on Tuesday my last wrap up for September. So these are all the books I read from Tuesday on to Sunday, which is today. So I read a total of 8 books, and I'm going to talk about them. So the first one I read was Keeping Him by Kennedy Fox. This is the 4th and final book in the Bishop Brothers series. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. This is Kira and Jackson's, and you've been waiting for this book for 4 books where you meet Jackson and Kira. They were best friends all through school, and they both really have had a crush on each other, but they just didn't say anything. And then Kira is engaged to another guy, about to get married, and something happens, and yes, so I really enjoy this, 4 out of 5 stars, and yeah. That's my favorite book in this series. I really enjoyed that one. And then for the Read Me Romance book, I read Sweeter by Eva Dangerfield. I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. This follows Marley and Will. I listened to this on audio. It's the Read Me Romance podcast. Also the last book in season 3. Next week they're on to season 4. And this was week 48. And then I own all the rest physically. So I'm putting my iPad away. And then I read Rescuing Rain by Susan Stoker. This is book 1 in the Delta Force Heroes series. This is the challenge on Romanceopoly for Military Mill or something like that. And this is a military suspense novel. And not my first Susan Stoker, because I listened to her Read Me Romance podcast book, but this is my first actual novel by her. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This follows Rain, who is a flight attendant, and Ghost, who is in a Delta Force military. He just got home from assignment, and they meet one night when their flight has a delay, and they have a night together in London, and then it follows 6 months later, I think, where Rain and a group of other people are kidnapped, and Ghost saves her. And so I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. I listened to this on audio. I have the box set, the first box set, which includes like books 1, 2, 3, and 3.5, I think, or something like that. And I really enjoyed it. And yeah, this set, takes place in London, and but yes, if you're looking for a good like military suspense novel, this was really good. And I think Susan Stoker has other ones, but yes. And then I read Dilty by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the 3rd book in the Covenant series. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. This picks up right where Pure leaves off. This follows Alex and Aiden, and that's pretty much all I'm going to tell you because it is the 3rd book in the series. So yes, I listened to this on audio. And then I also picked up Elixir by Jennifer L. Armentrout, 3.5 in the Covenant series. And this is told from Aiden's point of view. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I listened to this on audio from my library, and I really enjoyed it. 5 out of 5 stars. And I really loved getting into Aiden's point of view, and am excited to continue on with this series. So, those ones. And then I read the Before novella in this, so I'll show you the cover. Before, that's book 0.5 in the Heaven and Hell series by Cambria Herbert. This was a reread. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It follows Heaven and Sam, and you just get a little glimpse of them before you meet them in Masquerade, which I also read. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, another reread, and this follows Heaven and Sam, and Heaven was attacked one night, and her face got disfigured. She has some scars on her face, and she was self-conscious. And then Sam, a new boy, comes to town, and she starts living. And yes, this is a YA paranormal book. Sam is a hellbound, and yeah, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, highly recommend if you like YA paranormal. And then the last book I read was Between by Cambria Herbert. This is book 1.5 in the Heaven and Hell series. Also another reread. The Between follows Logan, who is Sam's brother, and you get his little backstory. I gave that 4 out of 5 stars, and really excited to continue on with the series. And those are all the books I read for the week. I'm not currently reading anything, but I am going to start Apollyon by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is book 4. I have this on audio, so I'm going to start that today. I just haven't yet. And then I'm also going to start Charade by Cambria Herbert. This is book 2 in the Heaven and Hell series. So these two books are the ones I'm going to start reading today. And yeah, so those are all the books I read this week and the ones I'm going to start. What are some books you read this week? If you've read any of these, what did you think of them? And if you want a full review on any of them, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.